18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up second.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
1st down, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target.
And now it's 2nd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
36 on the carry.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
There'll be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, it's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now Murray off play action. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I'm going to push it a little bit here and try to get something before the half runs out.
And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Side here, complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry for Barkley. Into the secondary again. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Arizona.
Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals push further out in front. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's brought down. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much. He's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Second and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's into the clear. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll move the chains. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Tackle made at the 16.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Cardinals 17. Lions 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Play action. Now it's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Julian O'Connor there to bring him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Murray. Flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Dancing to his left. Connection made to Chanel. And they got this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
33-yard line.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. And having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coach, I'd always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
30-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Barkley. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, in the practices where we've seen, okay, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At the 8-yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now it's Barkley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
You still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A gain of 3 brings up second down.
Roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Arizona, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn it on, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it basketball. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, when I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, this is solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. When I hit that. Eager for this.